Hello, Nadine. Welcome to episode 3 of Key Chats. My name's Emily. I'm the E in the K-E-Y. We have Kaylee, and then you are the Y, so K-E-Y, Key Chats. And welcome back.
Today, we have another U, and that is Dane. Just kidding. It's Dan.
Oh, so close.
Well, Dane, we know Dan from D&D, and Dane was his D&D name. So that's how I first got to know him. And I only knew your name was Dan because it was so similar to Dane.
Yeah, I didn't put a lot of forethought into that, unfortunately.
You know, you don't have to. Just slightly alter, and then you're a new person.
I just kept getting confused. I'm like, because I would just want to call you Dan, and I'm like, no, that's not right.
Yeah, I can't even honestly take credit for making the name up. It was my ship's safety officer for my first and only deployment. He was a helicopter pilot with like a big booming voice, and it was his job to come on the speakers every day and yell at us. He was super good at his job.
Except he got your name
and didn't know your
No,
didn't know your name.
No, that was his name. The whole thing. The first and last name was his name. And
okay, I thought he was just like, "Come on, Dane," and you're like, "Fuck it, I'm Dane."
No,
you're like, "This is who I am now."
That's his
okay.
actual first and last name, and he was just such a dramatic personality. When it was like, "Oh, let's come up with something ridiculous for what was I, a gnome, right? Like a rock gnome that I then chose to play like a rogue.
Something small.
You were a small person. Character. I don't think it was a gnome.
It was like an elf, I thought. Didn't you? You were like
no, I was an elf.
Like a little pet. Oh,
maybe
you were a fairy boy. I remember a lot of mocking.
So like a halfling.
Yeah,
is that a thing?
Because we were both small. I was like the chipmunk, and you were my tiny.
I imagined you being a fully like human-sized chipmunk.
Oh, me? No, I would say I was like, because remember I was hanging out on like the bad guy's shoulders and stuff. What was his name? The guy who
honestly, I just imagined you being like
a top, like
fully grown woman, but like, and just sitting on a man's shoulders.
All right. It could go both ways, honestly.
Your character had a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
Any chance she got. So
it was part of her.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She was a loose woman. So let's be real. And she had a gambling problem. So she would do anything for those.
She's a loose chipmunk.
Yeah.
Kaylee, before you joined the campaign, I'm pretty sure everyone gambled with my soul on a night where I was working and couldn't make it.
Yes.
Wait, I feel like I remember that. I feel like we were definitely, whenever you weren't available, we were always putting you into the risky situations.
I think that was when we were at the casino, because we were at the casino for like 2 months.
Yes.
And we definitely, I think we gambled your soul. It was like, he's not here. This is what happens when you're not here.
Got you killed.
That's the consequence.
But you didn't die, and that's what matters at the end of the day.
And then you got Simpy, the whatchamahoosit. What was that? Little dude,
like an imp, or like a small demon.
Yes,
Simpy the impy,
small Dane and his small imp.
I hate everything about what both of you just said. It's not inaccurate.
We didn't make up your character. We'll make up our own characters.
No,
you could have been a 10-foot 10-foot tall. Green giant. I don't know. The can guy's the first thing that came to my mind. The guy on the peas bag.
You could have been the jolly green giant.
Green
a connoisseur of vegetables.
On the subject of things made, what are we all having this evening?
Quite the segue. I'm gonna ready? You ready?
Yes.
There you go.
There you go. The sizzle is satisfying.
Audio transition.
And now this part that Kaylee hates.
No, I love that part. I wanted to put it into our intro.
The pouring part?
Yeah, I just wanted to add everything into our intro, all the sound clips.
I think the intro should just be the bare sound of the
Just
pop tab, pour,
That's
fizzle,
what it was. And then it was
then
Nadine. And then
start
some
every
music.
episode.
And
All
Emily's
of our-
like, Kaylee, I think that's a lot for the intro.
It was a bit clunky when we went from click to meow because all of our episodes start with Nadine going meow and then going right into a song.
I was trying to throw him for a loop.
Yeah, it would have been like, what is this? I don't know. Like I
I'd be
was
like,
fine with it, but it was like it felt like a lot.
is
Like
that?
pick one.
Yeah. Just throw them all in there.
Dan, what are you drinking?
Voices.
Oh, so Dan is drinking a classic 3-2-1 margarita. So I've got 3 ounces of tequila, 2 ounces of Cointreau, and an ounce of lime juice.
That sounds good.
All
You're
of
gonna
that,
sleep well.
all of that because I hate myself. So
Oh my goodness. Well,
this is not a drink for people who are doing well in life.
neither is this wine.
This is stiff.
But I've never had a margarita made such a way, like without the simple syrup, because if it's just lime, isn't that a little sour?
What simple syrup? Oh, I love things that are tart. I love raspberries. I love things that are kind of tart. Because again, you just
because you hate yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, existence is pain, and it's nice to have that in a flavor.
This is the most depressing episode.
And then you can
Very
choose
grim.
it. It's
Right,
it's nice
of
when
course.
you can choose it rather than it just happening to you.
Yes.
We're all doing really well.
I'm sorry, I just finished an essay
Is it
on
due tomorrow?
No, it's due at 11 p.m. So I submitted it, but the unit we just finished in one of my classes was on music in the Vietnam War that the textbook somehow managed to make into a boring subject. And then the prompt was
How?
it was too
Because it doesn't sing. It's not a musical
technical,
book.
and it had like each chapter was punctuated by several personal stories of soldiers and servicemen who all managed to be super fucking boring in how they described their experiences. Which
that needs to be like an in-person storytelling, and then you get like the feeling, you get their emotions, but reading it, it's not.
Oh, an in-person experience with a Vietnam vet is something else. I remember when I was in maybe the 8th or 9th grade, I was walking home with some of my friends, and a crusty old man from the town VFW that we had to walk past flagged us down because he wanted to tell us something, and he taught us that if you take an orange and a syringe filled with vodka and you inject the orange with the vodka, you have a screwdriver, which is a cocktail that's just orange juice and vodka.
Oh yeah, I often have that.
That you can consume either in public or at work, and nobody knows. And I thought, this is a fantastic thing to know for a kid who...
Yeah, how old were you?
All the hair on my body was confined to my head at this point in my life. So,
oh my god,
not old, but you know what?
But you never forgot.
I never forgot.
But have you tried it?
I'm old. I've never tried it. I think I should.
Yeah, you should.
Should I steal supplies from work specifically?
Definitely, because I don't know where I would get my hands on a syringe, and I want to try it.
Perfect.
I feel like that's the kind of thing that if you ordered it online, like the FBI would just like show up at your house and be like, "Hey, how are you?"
I'm sure if
and
I
you're like,
Googled the wrong
"I'm
things.
great," and they just show up and you just have like Tito's and oranges. And that's it.
And uranium.
I have
And they're
Tito's.
like, "What's happening?"
I only have one drink's left worth of Tito's, so I'm saving it.
So what you're saying is, you've yes, Tito's Tito's is a vodka.
Yes.
But what you're saying is you know what we should get you for Christmas. Is just
syringes.
Syringes.
Or
yes.
Just that.
Merry Christmas. Syringes.
Just a fuck ton of Tito's. I've gone through so much Tito's throughout the pandemic. Like I wasn't really drinking much at all before COVID hit, and then COVID hit, and then I'm like, oh, here's this handle of vodka that's been just on my shelf for like 3 years, and now I have a problem.
I feel that I'm getting in touch with my Irish roots by starting to embrace alcoholism as like a lifestyle.
What? Is that a thing? Because that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, increasingly so.
But wait, back to the oranges and syringes. Can we do that on other fruits? I vividly remember at like every family party, they would like pop a little cork-sized hole out of a watermelon and tilt like a whole bottle of some sort of alcohol. I was too young to know back then.
It was probably Smirnoff.
And yeah, probably. And they would just fill the whole watermelon, like let it sit there for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then eat it.
I also have a personal experience with watermelons in the enlisted barracks at Naval Hospital Jacksonville.
Are you allowed to say this story?
I
Anything like military scares me.
Nobody can prove anything. This could all just be a lie.
So you allegedly did this thing.
Theoretically, dozen enlisted people damn near to 10 years ago now took a bunch of booze in the guts of a watermelon, blended it all together into like this really
like
hypothetically good, like a puree, like a very boozy jungle juice puree, and then put it back in the watermelon.
But then you can't cut it. It's not solid.
Yeah, that's true. You just drink a watermelon. Yeah.
For those who can't see, which is everyone, I'm pretending to drink out of a giant bowl. That would be the watermelon, just with my face.
Just post a picture of you going.
You just motorboat a watermelon and you get and
get the rim. The rim.
Yep, that's exactly.
That's our new favorite word on this show. Is rim.
Yeah, can't forget the rim.
We always have to say it every episode. It's a Kaylee rule.
Because as all the listeners at home know.
As of last episode. Yes. I just want to hi, Dad. Thanks for listening.
Hi, Mom. Rim.
I'm not telling my parents about this.
That's wise.
My parents listened to us once, and then they're yeah.
My parents are ashamed of me already, so.
Oh. So I'm drinking a Down East pumpkin blend.
Back to that. I have wine, Boda box, dry rosé. I have this 1 cup, and then I have the entire box next to me. If I have more than 2 cups, I will literally black out. And I won't get like hungover or anything, but I will black out. And it's like scary because I can't believe that actually happens to me.
Is
like,
this
every
like
time it happens,
just a boxed wine thing or like a wine
it's
in
just
general
this one
thing?
Just this dry rosé. It'll hit me.
So now we know what we're getting you for Christmas.
It sounds like we have to investigate this further for science.
For science.
No, it's really true. I black out, and I have never like blacked out really before in like my life for someone who's been drinking so long. And so like when I first
You're Irish. So
yes, my alcoholism is starting to come out. No, but like I blacked out. This is embarrassing, but I blacked out like a month ago because of it. And I didn't even know until the next day.
From 2 glasses?
Yeah, I was like 2.5. I beat a boss on Destiny all by myself, and I was streaming, and I was really excited that I got more wine, and then like I don't remember the rest of the night. But it was crazy, apparently. It was a good night.
Is it all on Twitch? Because I will go back and watch that.
No, but I did decide.
Damn it.
I did decide to stream once while I was drunk, really late at night, at midnight, and I wore my Sailor Moon costume.
Is that still up?
No. I deleted it the next day.
Damn
Oh
it.
gosh. I woke up and I was like, that was fake.
I need this. You sent me a picture in your Sailor Moon costume once.
Yeah.
And that needs to happen again.
Okay. I have the Nesco one now that you're into Demon Slayer. Yeah,
you should. You should. That would be awesome. Do you have like I was gonna ask you if you have the wig, but you have super long hair, so you don't really.
Yes, I do. And I dyed underneath it. I don't know if you knew, but I dyed the underneath blonde. So it like kind of sticks out at the bottom like hers. But we'll just do that. The only thing, I want pink contacts. I just can't I can only get 1 contact in on one side, and then like the other one I get too scared because the first one hurt.
Just have like one of your kids do it. They have no problem. Genevieve yesterday was like, "Have you ever touched your eye?" And it just went, "Oh, bam."
The things that they're learning as they go.
And I'm like, consent starts here.
You touch your own eye, thank you.
And then I'm like, please don't touch your own eye either.
I'd be like, just do it yourself in your room. Don't tell anyone.
Like, there are some things that it's like, I wish I just like didn't know. Like, there's things that all kids do at some point in their lives, but I'm like, as a parent, like I can't condone you touching your eyeball. Like, there's germs. Like, I don't know where you put your hand. Actually, I know where you put your hands, and you should not put them in your eyes.
I think part of the kit that you get when you're going to be a new parent is like a Wile E. Coyote sign that says "Do it yourself in your room," that you can just like pull out from behind the couch and just shove in their face whenever.
That's what I give to all my kids at a certain age.
I didn't get that one. Beverly Hospital did not include that in my postpartum bag.
Oh gosh, no.
Got to be the new standard.
Yeah,
this
come on,
is
guys. Get your shit together.
This is an inappropriate side note, but it just made me think of that to like explain, stuff to my oldest. I got her books, and like I was going over the book with her, and there was like a whole section,
like growing up.
Yeah,
and,
like
sex.
it's like how to care for yourself as like a female or whatever. But then there was like a second one. That was
we
just
all
about
had
sex.
those books.
And then the second one had like a whole page dedicated to like masturbation. And I was like, I can't believe this is in like sex books for kids.
That's
like, you read this part on your own. I'm not going over that with you.
And it was written like for middle schoolers.
It was written for I think like 10 and up. And
Shit.
I don't have it's in the bathroom, like it's under the sink for some reason. That's where she keeps it. But like it said, like, it's normal for like people to find spots on their bodies that feels good. And it like really talks about it in the book. And I'm like, that's up and coming.
Was this something recommended by the school, or is this something that like you on your own?
I on my own like
got and purchased
Barnes and Nobles and like looked at all these different books and like went online and like read reviews, and then I narrowed it down to those two, and I regret nothing. Yeah,
that's kind of awesome. That is like the complete different. Like,
wow,
it was. I know.
When I was in middle school, it's like you leave room for the Holy Spirit. We don't talk about masturbation doesn't exist because it's a sin, so we just don't talk about it. And if you do it, you're gonna go to hell.
Oh, so. I just watched movies to learn all about that stuff. That's why I wanted to be a stripper at like 9.
Wow.
I think like for like my 8th birthday, my aunt got me like a matching bra and thong set, and I was like, "What family?" Yeah, it's real weird. My family's real weird.
So Dan, how was puberty for you?
It's not usually like this. You're bringing this out in us.
So it was a really nice 50-50 mix of Google and criminal neglect on behalf of my parents. It was
like digging through their folders and finding some no pictures, because that's another way I learned about things.
No, like
what?
Just,
no.
We had different lives.
Kaylee, I don't think anybody's had the same life as you, Kaylee.
My life is wild. That's
Kaylee,
why I'm so calm.
Are you okay?
You know what? Now I am okay. A couple years ago, I would have been like, actually, no. It's funny now because like now I can like stand outside and like see like, wow, your family's fucking nuts, but it has no effect on me. So I just let them do what they want, and I'm like my own.
That's good. That's good. Side note, the drink that I had that was full at the beginning of this episode is now gone.
It's empty, right?
It's empty, so.
It's been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
In the first 30 seconds he said he hated himself. So.
I am possessed of a powerful thirst, but
go get it.
Yeah,
I'll open up this box wine.
Go get it.
A really clear memory. Our two male gym coaches took all the boys in our grade and like, I think it was.
This is gonna end in a lawsuit.
Yeah, I think I saw this in the documentary.
No, they were super good. They took all the boys and they said, "Okay, you can ask us anything," and like to this day, the composure and professionalism that these two gym coaches managed to, I'm sure, cling to for dear life in a room full of like 30 or 40 boys is just unparalleled.
I would pay so much money to be a fly on the wall in that situation.
But did anyone ask anything?
Oh, yeah. People had all kinds of questions. I didn't ask anything because
you taking notes?
At the time, I was an introvert. And
how times have changed.
Yeah. Now you just can't get me to shut the fuck up. It's not like really like, you know that line in Shrek where we're just like, oh wow, he talks, like, yeah, it's getting him to shut up. That's Shrek. That's me. That I should have that tattooed on me somewhere.
You're not alone.
But yeah, they answered every question with a straight face, and people go to war with less discipline. I promise.
Who was assigned them to that?
Because I don't know. Probably
maybe it was just like something manager. Like the good thing, like the goodness of their hearts of like, with good conscience, we cannot let you go to high school without having some context.
Yeah, we had a full 50-minute class just carved out to anything you could possibly want to ask. You just, as a 12-year-old, ask two grown men.
I don't
what
even
a nightmarish experience.
I think I would be I would not have asked anything if I would have been like way too scared and ashamed. But I was also like super steeped in the purity culture stuff. So like, like we just don't talk about it, even in public school.
Jeez. Such different upbringings.
Do you yeah, I didn't go to Wiccan circles.
Naked Wiccan circles. That's my childhood. It was fun while I was there. I wasn't naked. Only the old ladies were.
This is why like D&D doesn't feel like that far, but like far-fetched because you're already like half living it.
I've done a lot of crazy shit.
Oh man.
Like literally, like I remember like something, I think my friend's like sister got hit by a car, and like as a sign of support, we would literally have like circles, like magic circles to like cast spells and like try to get her healed and whatever. And it's like, now
you were inviting the devil into your heart. That is what you were doing.
Wow.
I really hope not, because
no, I'm just parroting what was said to me for years.
So here's an interesting thing. Can I, Emily, name the school that you and I have in common?
Yeah.
So when I was at Gordon College, before I got kicked out, I worked.
And before I got there.
And before Emily got there, our time there did not overlap at all.
Ships passing in the night.
Ships in the night. God, it's so poetic. I had a girl bring her laptop. So I was working in their like IT tech department, which was weird. And I had a girl bring in her laptop that she had dropped down a flight of stairs and insisted that instead of it being broken, maybe we should hold hands over her laptop and pray for it.
Pray over it? Yep.
Pray over it.
Lay hands on that shit.
But did it work?
Which, for any one of our 5-person audience right now, which I understand is who we're talking to.
Might be 10.
One in Europe.
We've hit 30 before.
For me, being raised Catholic, all this Protestant stuff was very bizarre.
Oh,
I'd never heard of it. At one point, my first day at Gordon College, I was up on the balcony or the cheap seats in the chapel, and whoever was down there, I think it was the dean, wanted to lead us in the Lord's Prayer. And I said what I thought was the whole thing, and then 500 people around me kept talking. And it just made me so nervous and anxious.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? I know
That-
exactly what you're talking about. You said the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a whole
It's-
one-parter. It's
Yeah,
very
it's
long.
just
No, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And it
the-
depends on what denomination you're in, of like what words you choose, if it's like debtor, sinner, trespasser, like all that.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
I did not know. I thought the Catholic Church was really on it and would not have betrayed me in this way.
Well, I'm surprised that Gordon even let you in, because most Protestants don't even consider Catholics Christian. So there's
didn't know that.
also that. And yeah, I dated someone there that when I was there that was Catholic, and he had like a chip on his shoulder. He's like, I'm a Catholic. And there's like a little Catholic club, and they're like, we're the Catholics. And it was like a badge of honor that they weren't Protestant or evangelical. And it's like, this is a weird culture where I never signed up for.
When you talk about like different religions, as someone who's not religious like at all, I just think of them as all the same, like just more strict. Like some are more strict than others, but like they all kind of have the same general belief. Is this correct? Like they all have one God.
Generally, well, within
like Jehovah
the umbrella,
is their God, but it's all different name. Like I'm saying, like all these, it's all one God.
Jehovah's
right?
Witnesses, they're in the cult book.
Yeah, I have family who's Jehovah's, but is it like
so? It's
all
like
the same
under the umbrella. I guess you could. Okay, this is gonna get in my like Bible nerd. It's like all under the umbrella of like Yahweh, but it's like the different flavors of all of it.
Yahweh's real.
Yahweh is the one of the names for God in Hebrew.
Are there 12 of them?
There
Something like
some I don't know. I should know.
I recently listened to a podcast about a cult, and some lady was saying she was like the daughter of Yahweh, and I was like, "What the hell is Yahweh?" I thought she made it up. Oh.
Yeah, no, she's saying that she's like whatever. So then
I'm sure it's real.
So you have like Judaism over here, and they're like with the First Testament, and then you have Christians, and within the Christian umbrella is like it's a clusterfuck. Like I don't know a better way to describe it. You have like Orthodox and Catholics, and they have different books in their Bibles than Protestants do. Like they think their canons are different. So the theologies are very different in how they're expressed and taught. And then within Protestantism, and specifically American evangelicalism, it is just a straight up shit show. It is just like anytime there's an argument or disagreement, they're like, you know what? I'm going to create my own denomination. And that's why there's hundreds. There's hundreds. I've taken 2 different American Christianity classes, one undergrad and one at the graduate level. And I still like barely scratch the surface of like all of them that are in this friggin' country, because we just can't get our shit together ever. So there's just like a lot going on there. So
all one book and one God.
So it's like a collection of books. I'm trying to not get too technical.
One Bible.
And, like, I don't want to sound like an asshole.
I sound like the asshole,
but there's like, disagreements about what should be in the Bible.
Oh, so
that's a problem.
We're gonna have to do this at another time, because I just have so many questions. Like, who wrote the Bible? Was it God?
Oh, like, that is very controversial. That's a very controversial topic.
And this very quickly devolves into a theology show.
I'm sorry, but like whenever like really Christian
next
people,
time you're over, the trunk that my TV is sitting on is filled with theology books, and I have it hidden, and I never open it because I'm like, I feel guilty for throwing these away, but I never want to see them.
That sounds like a fun hangout night. Can't wait.
Yeah. So if you're like I want to open the trunk tonight, it's gonna be. That sounded really weird. It's gonna be.
Got some rims up in here.
Fucking hell! I hate you. Dan, you can get another drink if you want.
Dan,
Well,
don't get your rim
please
in a bunch.
excuse me for.
Just ever since Emily last week was like, let's just see how many times we can say rim in an episode.
Because you kept saying it. You said rim so many times.
Well, now it's my new favorite word.
So many times. And it, okay, I don't remember what we were talking about,
Me
but originally
either.
it made
Oh,
sense and it wasn't inappropriate, and now
beer.
you've made it weird.
No, the beer had a rim
You
on
made
it, and you were like, you keep saying rim. And I was like, rim.
Just sleesh out the
And
line.
I'm like milking my wine udder. I can't drink all of this. This is like 4 cups of wine. I thought it was almost gone. I'm sorry, Dan. We're keeping you
gotta
awake
say,
for this.
Wine udder is not a combination of words I ever thought I would hear.
Well, you know what? We're going to be selling shirts that say wine udder and Schrodinger's chin soon. So I hope you want that on a shirt.
Oh my god. You broke me, Kaylee. You broke me.
Wine udders. Mhm. It's the same color. It's pink. Anyways.
In your Zelda mug.
Mm-hmm. And my
Emily,
shirt that
tell me
I
I
got for
don't
free.
need. Tell me I don't need another drink.
You do need another drink
I do need another drink.
to enjoy this conversation more, I think.
No.
It's
Very
crucial.
well.
You just don't fall asleep on the way there and back.
I'm going to. I would never ever fall asleep on a friend.
If you
like
do,
that.
we're not editing.
Because then
it
you
out.
would miss out on the wine udder situation.
Mhm, mhm. I'm gonna be milking it again soon.
I'm crying.
Me too.
Oh my god.
Okay, this is your last chance to go and get another drink.
Yeah, get your drink. I'll keep milking my cow over here. I have been milking cows all day though on my game. Did you know milking a cow is actually on my bucket list of things that I really want to do? Because
Why?
cow's my favorite animal.
Oh, that was my favorite animal for a while, but mostly it was because of like somebody else said it was their favorite animal and I wanted to win. So I was like, and then it was my favorite animal for 15 years to show them that I was more of the cow fan.
Yeah, I always was cow.
True
fan, but I'm
confessions.
chipmunk, and what's the little ones that are like spiky but not painful?
Hedgehog?
Spiky? Yes, I love them too. Oh my god, I want one so bad. So bad. Those butterflies
Just
on Dan's
breaks
wall.
the bottle.
He needs it. Captain Morgan, that's how I had a baby.
I support this. I just see a bottle.
You mixing that with something, or are you just going hard?
Good feels.
You
It's
said you
gluten free.
didn't want to fall asleep, right?
Right, of course. I hate sleep.
Yeah. Put
Sleep
that
is
in
for the weak.
coffee. That would be good
for
in
you.
coffee.
Good
I
for
think.
you. It would be good in coffee. I've had it in coffee.
I have not. You know what I want to try? And hot chocolate peppermint schnapps. Because I saw it on that.
It'd
Christmas
probably be
movie.
better than marshmallow vodka in hot chocolate, which I have had.
That sounds gross.
So
It was college.
I used to make myself, when I lived in Grafton, a special Sunday coffee, and I had every Sunday until my supplies ran out, and it was a cup of coffee, and then instead of cream or creamer, I used Bailey's, like a generous pour of Bailey's, Irish, and then a splash of strawberry vodka.
Oh, that sounds
And
interesting.
It was
Wait, strawberry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually delightful. I had it left over from a party where we
why
made
not?
strawberry banana jello shots in a strawberry. So my friend Nick and I
strawberry.
took spoons and we would just lop off the top of strawberries and scoop out the guts and then pour strawberry vodka, jello, and 99 banana into the strawberries.
Got an alcohol, 99
Those
banana.
must have been
99
very
banana,
large.
it's
Were
99
they
proof.
large strawberries?
They were pretty substantial.
Would you say that
you know,
their rim was large?
I can't-
would
okay.
say I would
I
say
thought
that it's
the
not the
last one.
size that matters.
That's right, Dan. You're very right. So, anyways, something else we usually like to talk about is like what we're watching, reading, doing, playing.
Oh yes, yes. I was told I would have to be prepared with that.
Let me give you homework.
Be prepared. What is that from? The movie.
It is. Oh shit! What's it from?
Prepared. It's a Disney
That's
movie.
The Lion King.
It
That
is.
one.
You're right. It's Scar. Oh, let's
Yeah.
have a fucking. Oh gosh, I have an
With
idea
the,
for a future podcast
The
episode.
very thinly veiled. There are goose-stepping hyenas in that musical number.
Are they Nancy's?
They are Nancy's. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
I wrote it on the board. And one of these episodes coming up, we're going to do movie clip guessing, like movie songs, guessing what song from what movie. Just like Dan just got it so fast, he would have gotten 50 points.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, but next time it's not going to be as much. Sorry, Dan. This doesn't count. Anyways, so yeah, Dan, we'll start with you. So what are you watching, reading, doing, playing?
So
No pressure.
He's doing school. That's what we know.
So watching, as you both know, it is the beginning of Spooky Month. That is the month of October.
Mhm.
So I'm about to take a deep dive back into horror movies, of which I am a enthusiast. Up first is going to be The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe.
That's a newer
I
one. I'm
love
guessing?
Willem Dafoe.
I think it's a 2019, but I'm a huge fan of both actors.
Robert Pattinson is Edward Cullen, correct?
Yeah.
He
Okay, just making sure.
is, I
And Cedric
believe-
Diggory.
I believe
Yeah,
he would
very quickly.
disagree with you, Kaylee.
He's going to be Batman.
Yeah. But he's actually a very talented guy, and so is Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe,
And it's-
give me another thing he's in. I'm
He
sorry. Emily
is
knows
the
I'm
he's
bad
in
with
Green
names.
Spider-Man.
Goblin. Yeah, he's the
Oh.
original Green Goblin in Spider-Man.
He's also in a lot of Wes Anderson movies.
Yes.
You know what? Never mind.
I'm like,
Never
come
mind.
on, Emily. That's just another name.
Ooh, I go hard for the
Okay.
Wes Anderson movies.
I'm so
But
bad with
so
names.
so
Like-
watching reading. I'm reading a book called The Secret History, or Secret Histories, I can't remember, but it is about a small private school in, I think, New Hampshire, Vermont, but kind of upstate New England. And it's about just a very close circle of friends, and there's a mystery that may be a murder.
Oh.
And I found it by taking a sort of dive into the what's it called, dark academia aesthetic on
Ooh.
like TikTok and the internet at large. I highly recommend you guys check it out.
It sounds right up my alley. I love
It's pretty
murder.
cool.
Mhm.
It's
I mean,
a lot of it is
mysteries.
about, like,
I love me some
Greek-
murder.
Greek and Roman history, and
Love
just
it.
like flannel and tweed and
Such good things.
drinking late into the night and coffee.
There's so many
Um,
aspects of this that speak to me.
It's pretty neat. It's a whole
Plus
kind of a
murder.
whole direction for a lifestyle, and murder, of course. Good,
I do
a
love
good
it.
murder.
My
Um,
I'm sorry. My
no,
brother,
you go ahead.
I just like it brought me up to this time where like I texted my brother and was like, I have no friends that like are into murder like I am, so I need you to come and watch this podcast with me live. And he's like, who the fuck says that? And I was like, what? And he was like, who the fuck says they're into murder? And I was like,
It's like-
I don't partake. Like I'm just, a
I just
fan
like to
of the
watch.
stories. I like the stories about it. Sorry.
God, who doesn't love a good murder?
So interesting.
Um,
I was like,
I don't love it.
I
I just like learning about
You
it.
know,
just
I'm fine.
I can see you as like one of those people that goes to like art houses and exhibits. Like, yes, the
With her smoking, that's
end.
just taking up.
yes, the end of a human life. It is a beautiful, a bittersweet experience.
And I am
Once-
Edna Mode.
Once I love it. It's
One of these days, I'm dressing up as Edna Mode.
Oh my god, that's like I want to dress up as Nigel
That is like
Thornberry.
goals.
Yes, you should. You can be Edna. I'll be Nigel Thornberry. Dan,
Wait.
I don't know. I would fucking kill as Nigel Thornberry. I would just run around yelling, smashing at everybody. It's like a dream of mine to dress up as Nigel Thornberry. Just go on an adventure into Salem. I'm just so much fun.
Okay. I have like a lot of questions there, but I think I might just leave it alone.
What? Nigel Thornberry is like one of the greatest characters that Nickelodeon's ever come up with.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know who voices him, right?
No, but tell me.
Who?
It's have you guys ever seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we all go this Halloween?
Frank N. Furter.
Yes.
He is the voice of Nigel Thornberry.
That's probably why I love him so much. What's
The
his
clown,
name? I
the
forget.
clown from It. Oh shit.
Yes,
it's,
Pennywise. I forget.
Tim Curry. Right?
Yes. Oh, I love Tim Curry. Oh
He
my
is
gosh.
so good.
phenomenally talented.
He's so good.
He
Have you
is.
seen Clue?
Yes.
Yes.
One
And
of
he's
his
a
more
butler, right?
underrated films. Yeah.
I used to watch that like on repeat.
Where he's the
It's so
uppity butler.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Liberty.
One of my favorite running gags of that movie is that somebody steps in shit and it's the butler. And
Was it?
everyone can smell it on him wherever he goes.
It used to be on Fox Family before it was Fox Family. Back when it was like
I don't know what that is.
or it's Freeform now. Maybe it used
Oh,
to be Fox
ABC Family.
Yeah,
ABC
and before
Family.
ABC Family, it was like Fox Family. They've had several name changes, but it used
Yeah,
to be
I
on
had
repeat
cable
on
for
that.
like 4 years. So
Sorry, I was a
From,
TV
like-
game kid.
8th to 11th grade or something.
Oh. I mean, look at my
So-
education, so it's probably for the best.
Meanwhile, I co-parent with Netflix. So today, so I was puppy sitting, and Genevieve was like, "Not my baby," because she was trying to like protect her stuff from the teething puppy. It was her tablet. She was referring. I was like, "Who's your baby? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I already moved your Pikachu and Jigglypuff. Like, what?"
So the
She's
other
like,
day,
"My tablet." And I'm like,
Emma
"For
has
fuck's sake."
developed a habit of putting her socks on the pillow next to her pillow that she sleeps on. Like every
That's-
night, she takes off her socks and puts them on her pillow. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, they're my precious babies. I was like, okay, I guess.
Dude, you got to keep an eye on her.
Just me.
Something I just sent both of you is a picture of, and I think both of you have seen me in person at this point.
I saw you once that one time.
The dog, my dog, when I was a
This
kid.
is you?
Yep.
That's a picture of you? Look at your little
it
baby.
sure is.
Look at your hair.
Yep. And what do you
Wow,
see
that
me holding?
dog.
A giant, like a chonk.
Look at the big
Yep.
pink face.
It's a giant bulldog.
I just want to grab all his wrinkly skin and like
So
bite
many
it.
folds. Would you have to like clean out the folds?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, but you probably
Would
love
they get like crusty?
Mm,
know, I'm asking
because I would
this.
clean them, but
like
It
if you
made
just
me think of
clean
that.
them,
I'd have to clean, like when Genevieve was a baby, she had a million folds, and I'd have to clean them out.
yeah, the neck folds are the worst. Get all gross and milky.
She had hers were they weren't super milk. Anyway, we don't have to talk about my daughter's fold like
cheese neck.
neck cheese.
sorry. What was the other thing I was supposed to be doing besides reading
Watching TV.
8
You're
subjects
watching
ago?
movies. Okay. Let's jump back real quick. You said you're getting into a horror movie thing for Halloween. Me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
That and then murder happened.
When I watch scary movies, I'm more into like stupid scary, like Planet Terror, Shaun of the Dead.
Mhm.
yes,
those kind of
that's
movies.
not that's my
Yes,
kind.
I like ones that
Yeah.
can make me laugh and also are scary. So like, and I like some like 13 Ghosts. I would put in that category. That's one I
No, no,
watched
I know
recently to start my binge.
Oh,
But
man.
like The Conjuring, I just watched all of that. Those are like the more serious horror movies. What do you lean towards?
Oh, I definitely lean towards the more serious horror movies.
Yeah.
When I'm in the mood for horror. If I want comedy, then the stupid horror movies like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, like those
Those
definitely
are the
count.
best ones.
They are.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to constantly check Amazon Prime through this whole month to look for Trick or Treat and see if and when it goes on sale, because that was a phenomenal movie. I used to get all my movies when I was a kid from the public library. That was like a block from my house.
Oh, really? What the?
And I could usually get through at least one movie before my mom would get home. and this is in place of doing my homework. And
Nice.
so I'd run home. I'd run to the library from school, check out a movie, bring it home, watch it, and then just rack up a ton of late fees because I'd check out like 2 or 3 at a time. Never get to finish them on time.
Well,
I don't like super spookies.
I
don't
really like horror movies. I watched a movie recently that I actually had to like fast forward through some parts because it was too much for me to watch. It was The House That Jack Built. Have you heard of it?
Nope.
Any movies that have scenes with children, I have a really hard time watching. And this one had a scene where he like sniped some kid basically, and it was really hard to watch. Yeah. I mean, Dan, if you like horror movies, kind of like gory, maybe watch it. Emily, I probably wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I finally watched Jennifer's Body last week.
That's one of my favorites.
And that was good. I enjoyed that one.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you just said that because I was just talking about that yesterday, and it's on my list.
I had been wanting to watch that since like high school.
Yeah.
So that was check that one off. Fine. Am I supposed to feel a certain kind of way?
I love Amanda Seyfried. I love the part when she's like, you only killed boys. And Megan's like, I go both ways. And I'm like, okay, Megan.
Dude,
like
so many aggressive stereotypes happening in that movie. But I was here for it. It's like super campy.
It's got that hot guy from that show, the like back in the days, you remember? Like the OC or something. Some weird.
Yes, Adam Brody. Adam Brody. Yeah,
Brody.
He's in that.
Yeah. He's like the main guy that like stabs her.
Yeah.
What
he's
a
got
role.
so much guy liner going on there.
Because he's in like a punk band or something, right?
Yeah.
Have you
I
seen
forget
this?
the name.
We're ruining everything. I'm sorry. You haven't seen it?
No.
Amanda Seyfried and
Well,
Megan Fox,
it's off of Amazon Prime for free. That's part of why we picked it, because it was like leaving Amazon Prime in 20 something hours.
Oh, well, the heck. I'm going to check it's still on there.
Well, you can, if you want to pay money, you could find it, but I don't do that.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I agree. Rhyming. There was some other movie I was gonna shoot.
I don't know, but I wanted to tell you, and I told you that I was going to tell you about this on the next episode, that I finished the first season of Star Trek. Dan, have you watched any Star Trek?
Like originals. Original.
Like the original. I'm on to the next.
It's pretty problematic. It's pretty problematic.
What's the word? Misogynistic.
Misogynist. Yeah. There's a lot of misogyny.
The last episode, and he was like, "It's better to be dead than live in the body of a woman." And I was like, "This is gotta stop." Like,
watch the newer. Okay, people hate on Star Trek Voyager, but that's the Star Trek that I was raised on. Yeah. And there's a female captain, Captain Janeway, and she's a fucking badass. Also, there's definitely some eye candy in there too. So everyone will be happy.
There's eye candy in all of them, like Mr. Sulu. Oh, baby.
So I think more my speed would be the remake of Battlestar Galactica with Edward James Olmos and Katie Sackhoff, who is now Bo-Katan in the newest season of The Mandalorian.
Oh.
And
she's pretty great.
She's phenomenal. But we watched an episode of, I think it was the season finale of season 1 in my pop culture class, and something that her character Starbuck does is call
what a name. Sorry.
She calls the person that she's in bed with by the wrong name, and the whole rest of the class, this is like a 50-minute period, I was just thinking Katie Sackhoff can call me any name she wants.
You'd be like, that's fine. That's fine.
She can kick my ass 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. Oh,
like,
man.
Like, I'm just Tim now.
Yep.
I'm just Tim.
Just
Fine.
That's just who I am.
You're my
She
sister.
said that's my name.
Joe Dirt.
that's it. Oh man.
We're not
Anyway.
staying on any topics today.
I know. I had so much stuff.
It's
written
been
on
a
the board.
day. It's been a rough
know.
couple of weeks.
It's been a rough
It's been a
18
day.
months.
Yeah. Oh, I just finished book 5 of The Wheel of Time today.
Oh, good.
So I finished Fires of Heaven, and I am now onto Lord of Chaos.
Lord of Chaos.
Lord of Chaos.
And you're reading all of these.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. It helps that I'm not working right now. So
True.
yeah. And I go to sleep so much faster when I'm reading. So I read like a page and I can usually get like a page and a half in every night.
Yeah. I try to get through at least like 15 pages a night, but like I haven't read in like a good week. I've been too addicted to Stardew Valley. Like I've been playing till like 1 or 2 a.m.
I downloaded Stardew Valley and have not done anything with it. You need to tell me next time you play so we can play at the same time and you can tell me what to do. Because I also don't like feeling stupid at games, which is why I rarely get new games.
Yeah.
Because I want to already know what to do.
You remember how hard we were grinding in the beginning of the pandemic with
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing.
Yes, because Genevieve went on my island today and it was covered in weeds.
And your hair was all messy. You need to play Stardew Valley because you'll have that same, like you'll get stuck into it. Except the only good thing about it is that you don't have to wait an actual like real day. Yes, you can just go to bed if you want and make it the next day.
But there's also like other things that I should be doing with my time.
I know,
right
I think
now.
that too. But it's so
I
fun.
spent a lot of time playing Animal Crossing, like a concerning amount of time.
Yeah, I remember you playing during work. It's fine because you don't work there anymore, but you were always playing during work. I wish I could play during work. God,
you could. You just wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I had the kind of role where I just talked, and I can have those conversations in my sleep. So I would talk and then check my island and pick up some fossils and
true,
all this other shit. So reading, covered books.
Reading, yes.
I'm still
covered.
My
Oh,
two.
I remember what I was gonna have. Either of you watched Squid Game?
No, but I keep seeing everything about it on
It is
Facebook.
fucking terrifying. So
Is
it's
it?
this Korean thriller. It literally broke the internet in South Korea to the point where an internet provider is now suing Netflix.
Is it a show or a movie?
It's a show,
Okay.
and it's on its way to beat Bridgerton as like the most viewed show. Sorry, I keep hitting my desk. As the most viewed show. So I didn't realize that it was a thriller. I just read the synopsis of like these really poor people get like brought into a game to pay off their debts, and I'm like, I watch anime. This would be fun. Like,
yay!
And then I was like, I barely got through the first episode. Like, it was fine until it was like not fine,
like
and the
bloody,
levels
right?
of not fine were very high. And I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna have nightmares.
Oh no! No, I want to watch it.
The production value is incredibly high. Like the acting, all of that is incredible. So I wish I could stomach it just to like appreciate it as like beautiful television. But also I'm like, I like to sleep and I already have enough nightmares without that more shit.
Dubbed or subbed? The trailer was dubbed.
You can watch it either way. So I started dubbed and it was so bad that I switched to subbed. And it was so much better subbed.
Dan, you haven't watched it at all, right? And you, from the look on your face, audience, he was really confused. You haven't seen like the trailers or anything either.
I've seen the trailers, and it reminds me of a movie that I watched when I was entirely too young to watch it. It's called Battle Royale, which is basically just a bunch of people are stuck on an island, and they have to. It's basically the original Hunger Games, and they have to kill each other, and there can only be one survivor. And
life skills.
I also don't speak Korean, so the trailer was
not English. It was for me.
Small It was English, but I could tell that it was dubbed.
Oh, the dubbing was
so
really,
bad.
really bad.
Yeah.
It was really
Just-
bad. And I've watched a lot of dub stuff and it was
Yeah.
not.
Cartoons are different than like actually watching people talk in like their language
That's
and
true.
being voiced over in English.
I know in my heart of hearts that every single dub I see could have been done better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I always prefer the subs.
Yeah, I'm a subtitle person myself.
I multitask too much.
Yeah,
So when I'm
we
watching
talked
like
about that.
anime, I'm just like, I can't. I'm like,
I'm just
I can't just sit and watch.
Yeah.
I
I'm
gotta
what
like
they call a
do
sub.
shit.
Yep. He's a sub. I'll watch it one time in sub, and then like if I'm watching something, rather like listening to something while I'm working, I listen to it in English. I understand it a lot more. I feel like the English version, like they just kind of dumb it down, I guess.
Oh, they definitely simplify the dialogue like a
Like,
lot because
Yeah.
so I'll keep the subtitles on with the dubbing and it is different.
Yeah.
Like
it's not
the
same.
English subtitles and then the English dubbing are like two different things that are
Yeah.
going on. Even in something like Agretzko, it's like this show that's like does not really require different dialogue because it's about like a red panda that works in an office and yet
Oh,
they're still like different and I don't understand it. How you doing, Dan?
Dan's so tired.
Not
You told
great.
him we were gonna wrap
Dan
up.
is tired, and his pirate juice is rapidly overcoming his higher functions. But Kaylee, I know this is not like your job, but will you teach me how to make the foodstuffs?
For Halloween. Well, I'll dress up. We'll make food. We'll play the card game that I left at Emily's house, and Dan can take a nap because that's what he mainly wants right now.
He looks so tired.
I
I
feel it
know.
in my heart of hearts, y'all.
But if
I
it
don't
makes you
get
feel better,
tired.
you look great.
My okay, so real quick before I go, because I need to, I had this girl who, there were two girls who were hanging out in the Veterans Student Center at UMass Boston with me and another guy who was also a veteran, but these two girls were not veterans. They were just there to do some sort of like schoolwork or clerical work. And I told one of them that I liked her dress because it was a black dress with a white Fireball logo kind of just printed across the entire front of it. She said, "Thanks. Do you want to come to a party tonight?"
What?
And this was a Friday. And so she invited me to a party. And then I said, yeah, maybe I'll go make an appearance. But she looked at me very seriously. She said, "Are you okay with there being alcohol there?" And I immediately realized that once again, DJ Babyface, aka the Babyface Assassin, had struck, where I realized that this girl who was probably 18 or 19
Oh God.
thought that I was also 18 or 19 because of my face, which I have looked 16 for well over a decade now.
Dan,
And
I have the same face that I've had since I was 4. I will show you photos.
I would
But
just
you have curves
love-
though, Kaylee.
Yeah, so but I still get
You have
carded.
a womanly body.
Yeah. And without elaborating too much further on that, Kaylee, you have the appearance of an adult.
I have the physique of an adult,
Yes,
I
you
can
do.
tell that you have.
but my face is
Had children.
so youthful. Let's stop this conversation. Like,
It's okay. I also have baby face. People regularly, like when I had Genevieve, people thought that, I went to open up a bank account for her and the bank teller thought she was a fake baby and that I was doing a project for my high school health class.
what the fuck?
And I was like,
What?
no, this is my real baby that I gave birth to 2 weeks ago. Would you like to see like
Her coup
my scars? Like,
scars.
I'm like, also, I have a full-time job and benefits, and I didn't pay anything for this baby.
This is giving me like sad girl flashbacks of when I would go to bars with my friends and I had already had a kid and they'd be like to my friend, they'd be like, "Wow, you have a kid, you look so good." I'd be like, "Hi, I'm here too. I exist." My like female friends are very attractive and people would like push past me to like get to them.
Kaylee, you are also extremely attractive.
Apparently not in the bar scene.
Well, just go to different bars.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, you're married now.
I would
So
only go
there's
to
also
bars.
that.
True, but I wasn't at the time, and I would only go to bars if they had like beer pong. So maybe they're just intimidated by my skills. That's what I'm going with to make myself feel better.
I just never went to bars. I basically went to Christian college, then graduated, then got knocked up, and worked at a church. And then I've been in like mom mode 5 ever since then.
Mom mode. I've been in mom mode for 11 years.
Fucking hell. Where was I 11 years ago? How old am I? I was in high school. That's where I was.
Were you? Well, it was 11 years ago, 2010. So
Yeah.
I was out of high school for 3 years.
See, there's this really cool thing about guys when they have a kid, nothing happens to them.
That's not true because for mine,
My body is a different shape.
he was kind of forced to be part of it.
I will have you guys check out the gray hairs that I have now. There are
I have-
definitely streaks of silver in
That's
all
good.
of
That's a
this.
thing.
I want one. I like it. I like the look. It's like rogue.
Of gray hairs.
Yeah, I want a whole patch, but they're just like I have like a small patch right here that's growing in, and I'm never gonna dye it. Like I want it to be gray.
So what you need to do is just concentrate all your stress right here.
That's where it is. I get gray eyebrow hairs, so I'm definitely
No.
focusing it up here.
That's interesting.
Isn't
I
it
didn't know that
crazy?
was possible.
I think that's what happens to presidents. Like I think their eyebrows turn white from stress.
I'll go check out Obama's Instagram, see how his eyebrows are doing.
But like I like if I'm very stressed, this area of my head, I'm pointing to like my forehead and my brow, it gets really like painful because I think I just make like a face and it just affects me. So maybe that's why I really am focusing all my like stress into one area. That's not good. I'm gonna focus it into like my boobs and they'll get bigger or something. I don't know.
We're all really good at managing stress and having healthy coping
I'm
mechanisms.
so good.
Whereas last episode,
Yeah,
we
it's a
were
bottle.
literally talking about like boundaries, affirmations, and now we're like, fuck it all. The world's on fire.
Absolutely. On that note, I am going to dip out.
That's fine. We're gonna finish up,
Before
so we'll
I
talk about you after you
lapse
leave.
into a coma. But
Oh, we're
guys been
over
great.
an hour.
Yeah.
Sorry.
thank you.
Sorry, we just enjoy conversating.
We like to talk. Once we start talking, we just don't stop.
Yeah, we don't watch the clock. We just go. But
Can't
you
stop,
go to
won't
bed.
stop.
All right.
Fella.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for having me on the show. I would love to come back, and I can't wait to see both of you again.
Thanks for coming. Mwah.
That's it.
Yay! That was nice.
I can't deal.
Poor guy. He was so
Um,
exhausted.
He's so tired.
He was slowly falling asleep as we were dominating this episode. I'm just like, oh yeah, we have a guest. Dan, open your eyes. Tap tap on the screen.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh man, well, that was a time.
Yeah, it was. It was good. I'm excited to get back to Stardew Valley. I'm sorry, even though I love you.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna go to bed.
Are you? So
Oh, I'm
excited.
probably gonna read Lore of Chaos and then I'll go to bed.
That's good. I'm gonna play and not read at all and just fall asleep. I saved my
Sounds
books
great.
for the toilet. I have a
I
basket
just want
in
to be
there now.
productive with that time. You know?
Yeah, I have a basket that I have magazines and books.
Nice.
No phones in the bathroom no more.
That's probably very clean. That's a good call.
Yeah. So it's not working.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who's following the rule and only like 5% of the time. But they're in there now for guests.
I remember growing up, we had like a book and magazine box in our bathroom, and we
Yep.
had like Foxtrot and Calvin and Hobbes and like cartoon books and stuff.
And people read
That
them
was
all
fun.
the time.
Oh yeah.
I think I have like
Faux show.
5 entertainment magazines that I got in a subscription that was free. that they're
I
still
should
in their
give you
plastic.
some. I have a bunch of food magazines. I should send you some for your bathroom stock.
Yeah, I have entertainment. I have home and garden. I don't know. They so I bought these books when I went to Maine, and they signed me up for like this free year of subscriptions for 4 different magazines. And then they charged my card that I used to pay at that bookstore. They charged my card $15. And so I messaged them and I was like, I was told this was free. Reimburse me right now. And they did. Literally, like the next day, I had my $15 back and I'm still getting magazines. So I was like, cool. Who's talking?
My Alexa thinks I'm talking to her. I'm not.
You have to spell it like when you want to take your kids somewhere, but like not sure if you're gonna, and you're like, you want to go to the PARK with the kids.
With the K ideas. Hit up the SLIDE.
I'd spell the wrong words and be like THE park.
I love it. Oh man. Well, thanks everybody for joining us today and listening and laughing along with us. Hopefully you're laughing with us and not at us.
Or at us. I'm fine with either. But we didn't get to our advice thing this week, but we do have a bunch of stuff lined up for next week. And if you have questions or things you just want to know our opinions on, ask us, please, through Instagram or Anchor, or if you have Emily,
or if you know
my
it,
number,
you just
text like please, because we need questions. Otherwise, we're getting really random ones online. So
cool. They're random.
Yeah, very random.
They're random. You don't know, like if you give us the content, then at least it's not going to be like super, 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 super weird.
Yeah. And you get a little shout out. Like if we read your question, we'll give you a little shout out like this came from blah, 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 unless you tell us not to say your name.
Yeah. Unless you're like, this is serious.
Yes.
I don't want to know. Although, again, we have like 6 listeners.
Yeah. But 1%'s in Europe now. So hello. I don't know any other languages. I'm sorry. Bonjour. Is that in Europe?
Guten Tag. Yeah, bonjour is French.
Jeez.
Guten Tag.
I also wanted to say, Emily, we have a new beat now. I'm sure you guys have noticed that's different. I wanted to give a little tiny shout out to my friend Ian, who lives in Texas, who did that for us. Thank you.
Thanks, Ian.
Thank you. Texas, yay guns. That's all I know.
And abortion laws. Yay.
I didn't ask that, but I know he likes guns. I'll save the other stuff for a mystery.
See you guys next time.
Wait, yeah, you can stop.
What?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell you that I learned my keyboard today. I literally learned has a bunch of sound effects on it. And so I can hook it up to my computer, and it has like screaming, it has like ringing phones, like a bunch of stuff. So for the future of this podcast, we're going to get technical and awesome with our stuff.
Can't wait.
One day, maybe.
Someday. Today's not that day.
No. Next time. Next season.
Oh my goodness.